Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. English Global Citizen, the podcast that helps you live English, not just learn it. I'm Anna, and today's episode is a special one for everyone who dreams of speaking English fluently this year. It's 2025, and maybe you've set yourself a goal. This is the year you'll finally speak English confidently. You want to sound natural, to understand movies, to express yourself clearly, to feel that English is part of who you are, but you're also busy. You have work, family, responsibilities, and not much free time. So the question is, can you still reach fluency with just a few minutes a day? The answer is yes, absolutely yes. Fluency doesn't require hours of grammar study or expensive lessons. It doesn't even require living in an English-speaking country. What it really takes is consistency, curiosity, and a simple plan you can follow every day. In today's episode, I'll share a powerful routine, your personal daily immersion blueprint. It's a 15-minute plan you can follow anywhere, anytime, every single day. With this plan, you'll train all 4 English skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And by the end, you'll feel closer to real fluency than ever before. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what fluency really means. Fluency doesn't mean speaking perfectly. It doesn't mean using fancy words or sounding like a native speaker. Real fluency means flow, being able to speak, think, and understand without hesitation, without panic, and without needing to translate everything in your head. Fluency is comfort, it's connection, it's confidence. And believe it or not, you can build it in just 15 minutes a day, if you know how to use those minutes wisely. So here's your daily immersion blueprint, minute by minute, minutes 1 to 3. Listen and absorb. Start your day by surrounding yourself with English sounds. You don't need a book or a teacher, just your ears and your curiosity. You can listen to a podcast like this one while making breakfast, walking, or commuting. You can listen to a short YouTube clip or a short story. Choose something simple, something that interests you. Don't focus on understanding every single word. Just let the sounds enter your ears. Notice the rhythm, the melody, and the emotion behind the words. Listening every day helps your brain tune itself to English naturally, like tuning a radio to the right frequency. If you like what you hear, listen again the next day. Repetition builds memory and comfort. Minutes 4 to 6. Speak out loud. Now that your ears are awake, it's time to use your voice. This is where most learners hesitate. You might think, I don't have anyone to talk to, or I'll sound strange. But speaking practice doesn't need an audience. You just need your voice. Take a short sentence from what you just listened to and repeat it. Try to copy the sound exactly, the same tone, rhythm, and energy. This is called shadowing. For example, if you heard, I'm getting better at English every day, repeat it the same way. Then again, a little faster. Then again, with confidence. This simple exercise strengthens your pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency. It also helps you overcome the fear of speaking. Remember, speaking is a physical skill. The more you move your mouth, the easier it becomes. Minutes 7 to 9. Think in English. Now, let's train your mind to stay in English. Choose a small topic, something familiar, like your daily routine or your weekend plan. Then describe it in English, either silently in your mind or out loud. For example, say, I wake up at 7. I make coffee. I read the news. I take a shower. I go to work. Keep your sentences short and simple. Don't translate from your native language. Just describe what's happening directly in English. This is how you train your brain to think naturally in English. The more you do this, the less time your mind spends translating, and the more automatic your speech becomes. After a few weeks, you'll notice that English words start appearing in your thoughts naturally, and that's when fluency begins to take root. Minutes 10 to 12. Read and repeat. Now, grab a short paragraph. It could be from an article, a book, or the transcript of this podcast. Read it slowly and clearly. Then read it again, a little faster. Finally, read it with feeling, as if you're performing it for someone. Reading aloud builds your pronunciation, your rhythm, and your confidence. It also helps you develop a natural speaking voice in English. You don't need to rush. Even reading a few lines with focus can make a huge difference. When you read with emotion, your voice learns to flow like music, and soon, that natural flow will appear in your conversations too. Minutes 13 to 15. Write and reflect. Finally, end your 15-minute practice with writing. Take 2 or 3 minutes to write a few short sentences about your day, your thoughts, or something you learned. For example, write, "Today I listened to an English podcast. I repeated some sentences. I learned new words about daily life." Writing helps you organize your thoughts, remember vocabulary, and see your progress. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. This is your personal reflection time. If you keep a small English journal and write every day, you'll be amazed how much easier it becomes to express yourself. Now, let's put it all together. Here's your complete 15-minute blueprint for daily English immersion. Minute 1 to 3, listen and absorb. Minute 4 to 6, speak and shadow. Minute 7 to 9, think in English. Minute 10 to 12, read and repeat. Minute 13 to 15, write and reflect. That's it, 15 minutes. Short, simple, and powerful. This daily plan touches every part of language learning: listening, speaking, thinking, reading, and writing. It activates your brain, your voice, and your confidence, all in one short routine. You might be wondering, can 15 minutes a day really make a difference? Yes, it can. Think about it this way. 15 minutes a day equals almost 2 hours a week and over 100 hours a year. That's 100 hours of focused English contact. Small but consistent steps that add up to big progress. The key isn't time, it's consistency. When you practice daily, your brain stays connected to English, and you never have to start over. It's like watering a plant a little bit every day. Small drops keep it alive and growing. But if you only water it once in a while, it wilts. Language works the same way. Now, let's talk about how to stay consistent. First, make your practice easy to start. Keep your headphones, notebook, or phone ready. Choose one place and one time every day. For example, during breakfast, while commuting, or before bed. Second, make your practice enjoyable. Choose topics you love: music, travel, technology, movies, or motivation. When you enjoy what you're listening to or reading, your brain remembers better. Third, track your progress. Write one sentence every week about what's getting easier. It could be, "I can understand more of what I hear," or "I feel more confident when speaking." Small notes like these remind you that your effort is working. And finally, don't aim for perfection. Aim for progress. Missing a day doesn't mean failure. Just start again tomorrow. What matters is that you keep going. Let me share a quick story. One of our listeners, May from Taiwan wrote to me recently. She said, "Anna, I've always been scared to speak English. I understand words, but my mouth freezes." So I asked her to follow this 15-minute blueprint for 1 month. Just 15 minutes a day, no pressure. After 30 days, she sent another message. "I can finally talk to my international coworkers without fear. I even made a joke in English, and they laughed." That's what small daily habits can do. They turn fear into flow. This 15-minute plan is simple, but it's powerful because it creates balance. You're not only learning English, you're living it. You're hearing it, speaking it, thinking it, reading it, and writing it, all in one short, focused session. That's what immersion means. You don't need to fly to another country to immerse yourself in English. You can create that environment wherever you are with the tools you already have. Your phone, your notebook, your favorite podcast, these are your English world. Let's look at the mindset behind this blueprint. Fluency isn't built in a single day. It's built in the quiet, invisible moments when you keep showing up. When you listen one more time, repeat one more sentence, or write one more thought. Every small action you take in English plants a seed, and one day those seeds grow into confidence. That's when English becomes something you live with, not something you study. As we enter 2025, I want you to remember this. Fluency is not about perfection, it's about connection. It's about being able to express yourself, to share ideas, and to connect with people around the world. Every time you listen to an English podcast, every time you repeat a sentence, every time you think in English, you're building that bridge. So take 15 minutes every day to cross that bridge. Step by step, day by day, your confidence will grow. And one day you'll realize you didn't just learn English, you became a global citizen. Thank you for joining me today on Mr. English Global Citizen. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the podcast and share it with someone who wants to speak English with more confidence this year. Remember, fluency isn't something you wait for. It's something you build, one day and 15 minutes at a time. I'm Anna, and this is your daily blueprint for living English, not just learning it. See you next time.